Hello. I don't know if you can hear me. Probably should have the thing up. I don't even have chat up, so give me a moment. Momo, don't even think about doing that. Okay. So there's not much of a delay. That's good. So as the title would suggest, we're going to be going over some new Molinberry flavors. I mixed 5 of them last night. So we're going to see how I feel. Basically how I determined I was going to do these in particular, because there are quite a few, which I'll go over. I went by smell and just how much I wanted to taste that particular profile. Oh my God. Just jumped on my desk. Anyway, so that's how I'm doing them. I also tried to pick ones that I felt didn't need to sit too long, because you know bakeries and things like that tend to need to at least have some time to develop. So yeah, that's how I did that. If there are any in particular that you want to see that I'm not going to be going over, we can maybe try to squeeze one in. I don't know if we'll have time, considering how much I talk, but we'll see. I'm testing these all on the icon as per usual. The coil is a Lightning Vapes Clapton coil, in case anyone cared about that. It's a Canthal Clapton. I think it's 36K over 26K. Canthal, whatever. Anyway, hello Jennifer. Hello V-Dog. We're having our judging episode tonight, or this evening, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, it's not judging anymore. It's going to take a while for me to not call it that, but I mean, it's still kind of judging. It's just not as I don't want to even say it's not as critical, because if anything, it's actually more critical. It's more of like a suggestion type of thing instead of like, this is my favorite. I don't know. Anyway, so the ones I picked out to mix or to try are the Honeydew, because I love Honeydew. It's one of my favorite flavors to vape. And Rocket Pop, Zesty Lemongrass, because I like lemongrass as well. Queen Delicate Pineapple, and Jelly Candy. So that's what we're going to try. I have my little crock pot thingy here in case we need to add flavors or anything, or add more flavor. So I'm somewhat prepared. But yeah, according to Fresh, and this makes sense, these flavors are a lot of the flavors that were in their last batch, but like separated. So like the Queen Delicate Pineapple was the pineapple in their Pineapple Lassie, because they already do have a pineapple and it's actually really good. Funky Pineapple, it's one of my favorite pineapples to use. This one, it smells, just going by that, a little less punchy, like a little softer, a little smoother, but I guess we'll have to see when we actually try it. But I mean, it's actually a good idea. And then like the cookie is from the Cookie Bite minus whatever else they put in it, which is interesting because that's one of the things I said, is that I think it would make a good cookie base without the extra stuff, because there was something in Cookie Bite I didn't care for, and I don't know what it was, but I could taste something else there that I did like. So I don't know. I wanted to try that flavor, but I didn't feel like it would be ready in time for today. You know, just having not even 24 hours to sit. But anyway, we're going to go with, I want to do the Honeydew first, because that's the one I'm interested in all of them, but I would really like a nice Honeydew, because the one I like the most still is the TFA Honeydew. But even then, it's not perfect. The Flavora one is good, but there is a note in it that I don't love. It's almost like a sweet cream in it, which is weird. And I'm very sensitive to sweet cream type flavors. So for me, that's not perfect. And the TFA is a little bit candied. So again, not perfect. So it'd be nice to have a really good honeydew that you don't have to mess with, that's good by itself. I don't have to add other things to it to make it complete. Okay, Jennifer, I will bear that in mind. I've been thinking about dyeing my hair for a while now. It just sucks because once you dye your hair, it's never really the same until you grow it out again. And it took so long to grow all the color out of my hair because I've been coloring my hair since I was 13. Mind you, it was like semi-permanent dye back then, but that's a long time. And I had never fully grown out my hair since then until a year or two ago. But I'm just like bored with it, and I'm starting to notice more gray hairs, which I'm not thrilled about. Luckily, they're not like super in your face, but I'm noticing them more and more, so I'm wondering how long that will be the case. But then there's the problem of like, what color do I want to dye it? And do I want to do it myself, or do I want to get it done somewhere else? I almost want to get it done somewhere else, but the thing is it takes so long, and then it's expensive if you get it. I don't know. Anyway, so this is the honeydew. I did all of these at 3% because they were all suggested at the same percentage, which was 6. And I tend to need to have their percentages for Molinberry. At least I used to, but my tasting has still not been normal for me. Like, it's still a little off, so I might need to increase these, but I figured we can start low and build up if we need to because it's easier to add than take away. Anyway. Okay, right off the bat, I can tell you I like it, but I'm getting a little bit of like floralness. Like, it smells more like honeydew than what I'm tasting, if that makes any sense. This might be one we have to increase. I am getting flavor. I'm just not sure what flavor. It's, like I said, a little bit floral, almost perfumey, which is interesting because I don't think that honeydew in its real form, like the actual fruit, is very floral, but I could be wrong about that. If it vaped the way it smelled, I'd be happier, but it's not. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add 1% to make it 4% and keep it moving, because we got 4 other ones to go over and possibly have to, you know, alter. And then if we also had time, which I don't know if we will, I wanted to maybe try mixing some together of the ones that I mixed. I thought I had that up. Apparently I did not. All right, so we're just gonna have to change that because I don't know what it is. So it was 15.15. And ELR is acting up. Fine, we'll just edit it. Okay, so I need to add 0.5. No. Okay. All right. So we're gonna let that chill out a minute. And it could be that the floral notes or whatever I'm getting may need to just have time to develop. Like I said, it hasn't even been 24 hours, so there's that. I did just get these, so it's not like I just put it off for putting it, the sake of putting it off. I just got them, so. And I wanted to test them instead of having to wait. We will more than likely revisit these in the future, or certain ones. I don't know that all of them will need that. So I finally tried my C4. I bought this back in the Black Friday sale. Never used it. As well as this Luna mechanical, or not mechanical, it's unregulated. It's pretty cute. I merely got it because, I don't know, even though I don't care for unregulated or mechs, I think a couple are good to have just in case, things go down. These are easier to like fix, and I feel like they'd last longer because there's less that could go wrong with them. Plus it's cute. It's a squonker. It's small. And it was a good price. I think I only paid $35 for it or something. It does have protection in it, which I do like. There's reverse battery protection, short circuit protection. So there are protectional methods in here, or things going on. Because part of the issue or the fear I have with mechs is that there's no protection. And knowing me, like, I kind of need that. It just makes me feel safer. I'm a very anxious person. I have a lot of anxiety. So I just worry about everything. So that little bit of security in it, or protection, makes me feel better. But I actually do like the C4. I didn't think I would, just because it is so small. Like, it's very compact. But I do like it. I like the airflow on it. It's pretty smooth. It is slightly restrictive, but not to a point where I don't think it's usable. I just need to find something I would like to vape with it, because I definitely think something like a tobacco or something that would need more heat would be best in it. And I vape mostly fruits, so. But yeah, I actually do like the C4, and the C4 I got super cheap too. And I like that it matches. It reminds me of like a birthday cake or something. I just think it's cute. I haven't used it as an actual squonker yet. And I'm sorry if that was loud. I was like right by the mic. All right, so we're going to try the pineapple next. This is the Queen Delicate. It smells really good, so I'm hoping it is good. This is at, again, 3%. All of these are going to be 3%. Or did I mislabel this? This doesn't taste like the pineapple. I'm confused. I gotta smell this. Or maybe I dripped the wrong one while talking. Because it definitely tastes like jelly candy. It doesn't taste like the pineapple. Am I losing my mind? That definitely tastes like jelly candy. Tastes good though. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's the jelly candy I dripped. I don't know how I'm very confused. gonna have to rewick and pay more attention because it doesn't taste like pineapple. It tastes like jelly candy. But when I'm smelling it, it smells like pineapple. Very weird. I might have to just remix the pineapple to make sure it is what it's supposed to be. Because it definitely tastes like jelly candy. It doesn't taste like pineapple. Very weird. This is the problem I have. I have attention problems. So I don't think I have talked to you guys in a while. I think it was before Christmas. Was it? I don't feel like it's been that long. So that would have been, it's possible. My video schedule has been very inconsistent. My thing is I don't want to do a video if I'm not feeling it. I feel like that energy you can feel. Like you can tell when someone just is not into it. And I don't want to spread that kind of energy. So instead of forcing myself to do something, I'm just not going to do it. Plus, I was sick for a minute. I got that flu that everyone had. Luckily, it wasn't too bad. There's just a lot of fatigue. I did get over it fairly quickly. But I've been having a lot of issues because I grind my teeth in my sleep. I'm thinking it's stress related because it comes and goes. But this last time that it's come, because like I haven't really had it this consistently for about a decade. It was when I was still working at Time Warner, which was I think right before I started doing videos on YouTube. So that's how long ago it was. Might have been even a little bit after that. I don't remember. But I had it back then. It wasn't as bad as it is now, but it's the past, I don't know if it's been quite a year yet, but it's come back and it's come back bad. So I wake up in pain most days. Like right now, I'm a little bit stiff, giddy, and I do have some pain, and it hurts to talk even just because like my jaw is obviously moving, and it's like there's a joint, it's a TMJ joint. Don't ask me what it stands for. It's a long name, but it actually can get damaged, and I do think mine is because if I yawn, I can hear it like grinding, and it's not pleasant. So essentially, I'm in pain almost every single day to where it feels like my head is in a vice. So yeah, it sucks. Yeah, this is jelly candy. I don't know what I did. Unless they misbottled it. But the good thing is it's good. It's actually the closest thing that I've tried to actual jelly candy. It tastes like those. And the good thing is it's not overly fruity in my opinion. It's more of like the base jelly note, which I feel is missing from a lot of the other jelly candy flavors. Is there's like an inherent fruit in all of them. And you might not necessarily want that particular fruit for whatever you're doing. So this to me is a more universal jelly candy, but it reminds me of like the inside of those like fruit shaped jelly candies. They're like kind of clear, but they're the color of whatever fruit they are. And then they typically have like a little bit of like sugar dusting on the outside of them. It reminds me of those. And forgive my cats, they are in a mood. So we're gonna have to remix or actually just mix because apparently I never mixed it, the pineapple Because it's definitely jelly candy. But the weird thing is, like, it looks like there's stuff missing, so I don't know what happened. Hopefully that's not a trend that we're going to keep revisiting, because I purposefully wanted to mix these ahead of time so I wouldn't have to do it on camera and waste time. But anyway, it's a good jelly candy. I did mix that at 3%. I'm interested to see if this the one that I marked as jelly candy really is jelly candy, because then I have like a big bunch of it. But anyway, I'm trying to think of the last video I even did. I don't even remember. Let me see if it says. Go back. New flavor art 2 weeks ago. So apparently I did do it. I don't know, man. Because I don't remember talking about the holidays. That's what's kind of throwing me off. Maybe I just didn't talk about them. I don't know. Or New Year's. I don't remember talking about that either. That's what sucks about being so inconsistent, is you don't remember what the hell you did. Because I know there was one week I did like back-to-back shows, which kind of threw me off. I don't know, man. And then work. Oh my God, work has been crazy, especially this last, I don't know, 2 weeks, but particularly this last week. Because with my job, and I'm sure it's this way, maybe other places, we're usually kind of slower before the holiday because everyone's taking vacation and etc. But then after the holiday, it's worse because everyone's back and now they have things that they need that they weren't getting before the holidays hit. And then on top of that, we got a new client, which I knew was going to be a mess. So it's just been very busy, and we're understaffed on top of it. We just legit can't keep up. I had mandatory overtime all week last week, which it wasn't a lot of overtime, but I don't know. I'm not one for overtime personally. Like, I feel like I do my time, I go home. But just like the couple hours in the week of overtime was like hellacious. But luckily I did have my massage scheduled yesterday, and it was like the perfect timing, and I didn't even know it when I scheduled the appointment. So I had that, and that was, like I said, much needed. I don't know that it helped in the long term because I did wake up kind of feeling blah, but my sleep has also been screwed up, so I think it's more so that than anything else. But anyway, just a lot of things going on. I'm still looking for another job just because, I don't know, I kind of just want to do something different. I feel like where I'm at right now with this, where I work currently, there's nowhere to really go from there. Pretty much at my job, you either have to go to a different department, which there's really no other departments I really want to work for besides maybe one, or you have to go into management, and I don't really want to do that. I would be open to it. Like, if it was my department, I'd be managing, but I don't think that's going to happen. But anyway, I do not want to dwell upon work, but I just want to fill you guys in for what's going on. It's just been a little bit stressful. And then Momo's been sick. She seems to be doing better, but she's never really had any kind of medical issues ever since I've had her, which I've been lucky about. So Blue's messing around. So that's hard. Plus it's expensive. As I'm sure anyone with a pet knows, it gets pricey. But she seems to be doing better, thankfully. We'll see if that continues. Hopefully it does. Because they don't really seem to know exactly what's wrong with her. They've done blood work, even did x-rays, and it mostly looks normal. The only elevations were in her kidneys, and they were still on like the lower end. So, I don't know. Switched her food multiple times. She's now eating wet food because it really seems to be the only thing that she can stomach. So that's what she's eating. She enjoys it more anyway, so it kind of ends up working out for her. But not really for me, because like her food, I get Blue Buffalo, which is very expensive if you've ever looked into it. But it's supposed to be one of the best, if not the best, foods you can feed, at least your cat. I don't know so much about the dog because I don't have a dog, but they do make dog food as well. But anyway, it's supposed to be one of the best foods on the market because it has high quality ingredients. It doesn't have like a bunch of filler that the other foods have. Has added like omegas and crap in it. So she's been eating that ever since she was 5 months old when I got her. So I had to switch her from that to sensitive food version of what she was eating, and then to the wet food, which is, like I said, again, expensive. She eats at least 1 can a day, usually about 1.5 cans, because for her weight, that's about what she should be eating anyway. And for Blue is so weird. For the cans, there's 12. For 12 cans, it's like $14, which might not seem like a lot, but when you extrapolate how much that is a month, it's a lot. But it is what it is. If that's what she needs to eat, then that's what she needs to eat. Yeah, it's pretty cold here. I think it was 12 or 19 degrees. It's in the teens, whatever it is, which sucks. But luckily, I don't have to be out in it. Just driving out yesterday to my appointment was horrible because basically it had snowed the night before and a little bit in the morning, and then the temperature increased a little bit, so then it was freezing rain on top of all the snow that was out. It was not great. And then they, of course, hadn't plowed like anywhere except the freeway. Well, part of the freeway. But it is what it is. Anyway, my holiday was good. It was chill. We don't really do Christmas exchanges, so there's really none of that going on. The only person I exchange gifts with anymore is Leilani. So yeah, we just had dinner. And then New Year's, the only thing I did was play Call of Duty with Lumi in Zoom room, which was fun. I don't know. It's not even almost. I don't go out. I don't really like going out too much. So I didn't even have to leave my house, and I got to hang out with my friends. So that was cool. All right, so this one is Rocket Pop, again at 3%. And it has a thing going on that I was afraid it was going to have going on for whatever reason with cherries. And I don't know if it's just cherry in general or just certain flavors mixed with cherry. I get an off note from it. If you like Wonder Flavors black cherry jelly bean, you would love this because it has a lot of the same kind of flavor to it. I unfortunately don't like that flavor because I get an off note. It's like It's hard to describe. It's not necessarily medicinal. It's not like that Robitussin type thing that like certain grape flavors have. It's something else. It's like you can just taste how artificial it is, if that makes sense. It's like a very chemical, I guess maybe bitter note. And that's really all I can taste is that cherry note. And just by smelling it, I could almost, actually I did smell what could have been that kind of thing going on. So unfortunately, I do not like that one. But like I said, if you don't have that issue, like if you like the Wonder Flavors Black Jelly Bean, and that's, a lot of people do, I think you would like the Rocket Pop. If you don't know what the Rocket Pop is, it's the one that's like the red, white, and blue popsicles. It has like the cherry, like a lemonade, and then like a blue raspberry in it. It could be the blue raspberry that's causing it too, because that sometimes does that to me too. I'm not entirely sure, but what I'm picking up more of is the off note than the actual flavor itself. So for me, that's a no. We'll revisit that one. I might try to dilute it a little bit. Maybe 3% is too much for me. I would think it wouldn't be, because I mean, that's half of what they recommend, but we can mess with it. Then I'll report back on that one. But so far, I don't like that one at all. We're going to move on to Zesty Lemongrass. And then we have to revisit the pineapple. That for sure is the pineapple this time. At least that's what it's labeled. I doubt that they messed up labeling their flavor. This is direct from Molinberry. And it smells like pineapple. So, all right. We're going to do the Zesty Lemongrass, and then we're also going to revisit the Honeydew that we increased the percentage on. That might be another one that just has to sit. I don't know. Ooh. Why does this not have... Oh, the stupid nipple got stuck in a cap. I almost poured this whole... It's just not my day. Hello? Oh my god. See, it's stuck in there. Probably couldn't see that because it was so shaky. Take my word on it. It's freaking stuck in there. Anyway. Oh, I got the Lumi stand. Lumi, she does resin stands. So she had a pink skull. And if y'all know her, I don't know how to phrase it. Basically, my favorite color is pink. Most of you guys know that, but so yeah, I saw this pink. I think it's pink and black. Might be a dark purple. It's hard to tell. My lighting kind of sucks, but it's just their stand. You can put your atomizers on if you're building on them, or what I like to use most of mine for is my tanks. If they have, especially if they have e-liquid in them, I'll put the tank on the stand so it doesn't like fall over and then there's liquid everywhere. I'm probably going to have to... This like top doesn't want to go on here. Jesus Christ. Hi, Jen. Yeah, I don't think this bottle... God. All right, well, we'll try to work with it for now. I'll mess with it more later. The nipple doesn't want to go, it doesn't want to stay. And then she also sent me some, she does braids. I don't know how well my camera is going to pick up on it because it's kind of small. Like the details are small. I know I'm all over the place, but yeah, my hands shake too much, so it doesn't want to focus. But they're braids. This one is the Celtic 32 gauge, 14 strands of stainless steel, and the other one is a French braid. I guess there's 6 strands, 32 gauge stainless steel. I haven't tried them yet, so I don't know. I don't have a report for you. But I'll let you guys know when I do. I just got that yesterday, so I haven't had a whole lot of time. And the braids, they tend to be pretty low resistance, so I have to make sure I basically build it right. I guess I don't know, I could always adjust my mod or whatever, but, and it did get all over. Mofo. She dyed her hair, or she didn't get it styled. Ugh. This is the Zesty Lemongrass. The only lemongrass I'm aware of is the Flora one. And I do like that one. However, it does have an almost like bubblegum note to it, which kind of throws me off. So it's not perfect. And mind you, I'm still having issues with lemons on and off, so bear that in mind. So I get definitely a lemon and like a little bit of like a grassy figure. The ironic thing is this one, of all of them, was recommended higher than the rest at like 8% or something like that. And this is one of the ones that's picking up stronger to me. I think I would probably have to back this one down. Yeah, it says 8%, and I did it at 3. So I'd probably have to back it down to 2. Or it needs to sit. I know it's going to keep saying that. Some flavors do need to sit, some do not. This one might be that one that does. Because I am getting a little bit of, again, the chemical note to it. It's like a bitter, I don't know, it's hard to explain outside of being chemical. And I know technically they're all chemicals, but I think you guys know what I mean. Like an artificial flavor to it. But the flavor itself is pretty good. I think it's a good balance between the lemon and the grass. If not, the lemon is a little bit too prominent for the grass, if anything. But it's balanced okay. So I just might need to take like a day or so to take the lemon edge off of it, because the lemon is coming up forward a little bit too much for me. And with a lemongrass, personally, I like to see it be more of like that herbal note, the green note, instead of just like lemon and then a little bit of hint of green note, which is what I'm getting now. But lemons can be a little bit punchy at first, so I'm not super surprised by it. And again, I am having issues tasting lemons. That's what caused my tasting issue to begin with, was lemon. So bear that in mind, that could be causing some of these issues as well. But I do like it. We'll just have to see how it develops. And it's also by itself, which I don't know what instance you would ever need to just mix it by itself. It's generally mixed with something else. All right, we're going to redo this honeydew. Did we do? No, we didn't do the pineapple yet either. So we're going to do pineapple again, or hopefully what is pineapple, and then redo this honeydew. And then unless you guys have anything else, that'll be it. What I am going to do before we move on to the pineapple is I'm going to go over the other flavors that I did not mix, because there are quite a few. Like I said, if there are any in particular that stand out, I might try to do, like, mix one up real quick right now. But a lot of what's left in here are things I do think would need to sit. All right, so we're going to do pineapple. I'm almost on the very top of that thing. I just noticed there's a big chunk missing right there from them scratching at it. That thing is not the greatest quality of stands, but it's the only thing that I found that was what I wanted. It was like $40 something, I think. The ironic thing is I got it for blue, really. I didn't think Momo would have much interest in it. Because blue likes to climb all over everything. She's the one that likes to, she would jump on top of the closet door and be all up at the ceiling. So I got her that little, I call it the cat stripper pole, because it's one of the, it's a tension rod, same as like those stripper poles that people have in their house. That's what it is. And there's little steps they can climb up. But Momo's actually been on it more than Blue. But she just likes to climb up there, and then she'll just sit there and stare at me, and then sometimes meow at me. I don't know what that's about, but whatever. Which Molinberry? I'll recap everything in a minute, like once I'm done, and like kind of give my opinion on them, so I'm not too repetitive. But I'm gonna go over the ones I did not mix, so you guys know what else they have. So they have apricot, which is supposedly, and it smells like it's the apricot in the Tingle and Spark from their last release, which is a very good apricot. I really enjoyed it. The classic Belgian waffle, which is supposed to be what's in the WW waffle. The rocket pop we did. Jelly candy we did. Soft baked cookie base. That could be what's in their cookie bite. Yellow cake. Grapefruit, which smells pretty good. The most sweet cream. Greek yogurt, which is supposed to be the one in their pineapple lassie. Lemon tart. Classic sponge cake. Candy tutti frutti. Cocktail kiwi fruit. Original lemonade. Frozen black forest fruits. That one I don't think I'm going to like just by smelling it. Blueberry jam. Thick vanilla ice cream, which actually smells pretty good. Classic cornflakes. And lychee and dragon fruit premium green tea. Fresh tried that one. He hated it, but he hates lychee. So yeah, I tried like a little bit like the actual flavoring on my finger, and from what I tasted, it tasted good there. It definitely has like a grape taste to it, which is weird because I wouldn't think of grapes necessarily when I think of lychee. Outside of the texture of lychee, I think is kind of grape-like, but the flavor not so much. So that's interesting. But those are the flavors. There's quite a few. I don't have room. I don't think I'm gonna have room for them. I put them in those little acrylic stands back there, and I have one dedicated for mostly Molinberry, and there's some other flavors in there. I'm gonna have to take those other flavors out to put those in because I don't have room for both. Anyway, so we're moving on back to hopefully what should be the pineapple. I taste jelly candy. I don't taste pineapple. I'm very confused. I don't know if they bottled that wrong or if my tongue is wrong. I don't know, but I completely remixed it. That's weird. Because I smell pineapple. Maybe it's too low. We'll add a percentage to it and revisit it. Because I know I didn't do the wrong damn flavor twice. So I guess we're going to have to try jelly candy and make sure that's what it is, but I'm very confused so far. Because jelly candy doesn't taste like pineapple, so I don't know what would be causing that. At least I know I'm not going completely crazy, because I was pretty sure I was very meticulous in mixing the right flavor to what was on the label, but yeah, this last release is pretty new. I don't think even Bull City has them yet, because I think Bull City just got the last batch in, which had the flavors that these originally were in, and these are the separated versions. I don't know that all of them are. I don't know. Because I did not go through all of the last batch either, because there's just so many. Bless you, Blue. I wish Bull City would get cocoa milk. The Molinberry cocoa milk is fantastic. All right, we're going to try jelly candy, and then we're going to do honeydew. And I think we're going to call that a day. Because I need to do something about this headache. It's not getting any better. I try not to take medicine, because if I took medicine every time I had a headache these days, I would be nothing. Yeah, I know. Hint, hint, cocoa milk. I don't think Bull City watches my videos, though. Okay, so jelly candy is definitely different than whatever I was tasting in the pineapple that tasted like jelly candy, ironically. That's weird. So the jelly candy definitely has more of a sugary effect to it. So maybe the queen pineapple and this would go well together, since I was already kind of getting a jelly candy like essence from it by itself. I do like it though. Again, I'm not getting any particular fruit popping out. It's more of just a sugariness. It has a little bit of like texture to it. I don't know that I necessarily get a lot of jelly from it though. Cocoa milk is from a while ago. Cocoa milk was back when I was testing for them, which was a long time ago. It was like 4 or 5 years ago when I first started doing YouTube. I was testing for Molinberry, so it's been out for a while. The thing I liked about their cocoa milk is that it had like a very nice richness to it that I think is missing from a lot of like chocolate milk type things. It's definitely more of like, I don't know, like a gourmet cocoa milk if there is one, or like a whole milk chocolate milk type thing. It's rich, and I don't like a lot of chocolate vapes. There's only like a couple I actually enjoy, and that's one of them. And yes, Molinberry does do a very good job with chocolates. So yeah, this jelly candy is definitely not what I thought. I had mixed improperly with the queen pineapple. I'm not getting a lot of jelly from it necessarily though. I'm getting more of like a sugar, like a granulated sugar, which is not bad because I definitely think it could be used in coordination with other flavors. I'll have to mess around with it more. I do think it would be very useful. It's almost like this is gonna be weird. So I'm sure a lot of you guys did this. I'm not the only one. So back in the day, instead of getting like the pixie sticks, we would just get Kool-Aid and add sugar to it. But instead of like making that into Kool-Aid, we would just eat it that way. It was kind of like a DIY pixie stick. That's kind of what I get from this. It's like a thicker granulated sugar sweet thing. I just don't get a lot of jelly from it. Maybe a hint of it, but up front, I definitely get more of like the sugar aspect of it. I do like it though. I think it'll be very useful for me, especially because I vape a lot of fruits and candies. That's my go-to for vaping. I'm not much into like super rich flavors. So I definitely think this will be useful for me. And I think it would pair very nicely with that pineapple. We might have to try that. Just drip on top of each other. All right, we're going to retry this honeydew, retry the pineapple. If you guys have any questions, now would be the time to ask. I think what I'm going to also do is take an ibuprofen while I'm waiting. Yeah, I know the pineapple is supposed to be the one from Pineapple Lassie, but I'm not really getting that. Oh, you guys can see my drawers and everything. That's great. So those are the boxes I was talking about the other day that I wear. Anyway, it might be that I had the pineapple mix too low. That's entirely possible. That's why I wanted to increase it. Yeah, I bought the ingredients to make the what was it, pink blush or something, platinum blush, something like that. I haven't mixed it yet because it's nothing like the funky pineapple so far. I actually really enjoy the funky pineapple from them. It's one of my favorite pineapples because it has the right amount of tartness. There's a lot of times when I vape pineapple, for whatever reason, I get more of like a pineapple juice. I think maybe it's because it's too sweet, opposed to like a fresh pineapple that has a lot of inherent tartness to it. The funky pineapple to me is like the raw pineapple. I also like the Vape Train Sugarloaf pineapple. That one's also really good to me. Some people do get off notes from it. I know Jarvis hates it because she gets an off note from it. Luckily, I don't. Hmm. So increasing the honeydew to 4%, I'm definitely getting more of what I think is honeydew. It's still a little weird. Not in a bad way, just not in a, it's like kind of like I don't know what I'm tasting way. It's like I get a hint of honeydew in it, but like if you were to hand this to me, not telling me what it is, I don't know that I would be able to tell you it's honeydew. I don't know. We might have to just let it sit and come back to it because I don't know that increasing it any further would help. All right, we're gonna try this pineapple one last time. See if I can get anything but jelly candy from it. It's very odd to me. Yeah, I love those two pineapples. Those are my favorite. I also like the Wonder Flavors pineapple candy, but it's definitely, you know, a candied, like a sugary version of pineapple. It's not like a raw pineapple, but I do enjoy that one as well. I haven't tried that one yet. The kiwi cocktail. These are the only ones I've tried so far because I just got these on Friday, fairly late on Friday. And then yesterday it was just kind of a mess. I mixed these yesterday. Are we talking in Japanese? I can't speak or read Japanese. Oh, unfortunately, I tried. It was a shit show. All right. I'm looking for something in particular right now. I don't know what it's going to be there. I haven't tried the Vape Train pineapple juice just because I already have Inawera pineapple, which to me is pineapple juice. So I just didn't see the need to get that one too. At this point, I just have so many freaking flavors that I try to minimize buying any more if I can. Like if I already have like so many versions of it, especially if I already like them, I'm not going to buy more. I already have so many flavors I haven't even used yet. I just can't justify it. Hello, Josh. I can tell you by smelling them, there's only a couple I don't think I'm gonna like. You can't always go by smell, but I feel like a lot of times you can. Like the Rocket Pop, I smelled something and I'm like, it's gonna have that W that Wonder Flavors black cherry jelly bean thing going on. And it did, unfortunately. The weird thing is I didn't taste it when I just put like a tiny little bit on my finger to taste the actual flavoring alone. I didn't taste it in there, so it just might be something that is vaped. It comes out when you vape it. I don't know. It's unfortunate though. Because what I tasted on my finger I liked, and that didn't sound right at all. But there aren't many cherries I like, to be fair. I like the TFA cherry extract. That's probably my favorite maraschino type of cherry. And I like Cherry Blossom by TFA. That was kind of my go-to cherry for a while because I know it's technically Cherry Blossom, which is a flower, but for me it worked in place of just a cherry because you definitely do get like a cherry flavor from it. Inner cherries is pretty good. I haven't used it a whole lot. I try to stay away from cherry for the most part because it just generally is a mess for me. And that's all that's really sticking out to me right now as far as cherries go. All right. Try this pineapple one last time. Momo. Oh, your food is not out. All right, so Queen of Pineapple or Queen Delicate, whatever. Still slightly more pineapple-y. I think what I'm correlating it to jelly candy might be because it reminds me of the Capella 27 Bears, I think it is. That's a pineapple gummy bear. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. Which isn't bad by any means, but it's kind of weird. I don't know if I still need to increase percentages on it. It's already at 4. And the recommended is 6. I will say it's very light. It's smooth. It's not punchy. But I'm definitely getting more like a 27 Bears feel to it. It's a light pineapple. Yeah, I prefer, honestly, if I'm going for pineapple, to have a little bit more punch to it. So I definitely prefer their funky pineapple over this, personally. If you're looking just for a straight up pineapple. If you're looking for more of a candied pineapple, similar to like the white gummy bear, pineapple gummy bear, this might work. I'm going to try adding jelly candy on top of it, see what happens there. I did. Why pup pup? That was like a random statement. Why else would I call my plant Robert? Did I miss something? All right, so we just dripped some of the jelly candy over the Queen Delicate pineapple thing. I'm gonna see what happens. Kind of just disappears into the jelly candy though. It's such a subtle flavor. I'm just not getting much from it. All right, so to recap, I did jelly candy, zesty, lemongrass, Queen Delicate, the Honeydew, and the Rocket Pop. Out of all of these, I like the jelly candy quite a lot because it has that granulated sugar sweet flavor to it. Not getting a whole lot of actual jelly or texture of jelly from it, but texture is super hard to get out of a vape because you're talking about something you're inhaling. Texture is more of like a feel, like it's a physical thing. So getting that in a vape is super difficult. It's there, but it's, to me, it's very slight. The lemongrass, I like. The lemon is a little too punchy right now for me. We're gonna let it sit, revisit it, and I don't know if I'll wait a couple weeks. I feel like by then it might be too subtle. So the thing with lemon is it fades. Most lemons fade. So by then it might fade too much. So I might revisit it like in a couple of days just to see where it's at. The honeydew, it's kind of a weird one. It's there, but then there's something else there. And I'm not sure what the something else is. It's floral. It's not like too floral, but it's definitely floral. And it's not the first honeydew I've had that's been floral, so I don't know if it's just a hard flavor to emulate. But the only one that I've really enjoyed, like TFA honeydew is still my favorite honeydew. I know there's some people that don't like it. It is a strong flavor, so you do have to use it fairly low. Like I think I use it at 1% max. The Flavora honeydew is also good, but it does have a little bit of a weird note, especially if you push it up higher. And all the other honeydews I haven't really particularly cared for. I think the worst one I tried, I think was it Purelum's honeydew? There was one that was super just straight up perfume and it was disgusting. I don't remember which one it was. It might have been Purelum. The Queen Delicate pineapple, I'm just not getting a whole lot from it. It could be, again, my tasting issues. I do have problems tasting certain fruits these days. It started with me vaping lemon too long. For whatever reason, if I vape lemon for like a month or longer, it flavor mutes me to the point where I can't really taste much of anything. And it's very odd because like I've been vaping peppermint on and off for quite a while. And so far, knock on wood, I haven't had that issue with it. At least I don't think. So I don't know. Bear all this in mind. And then the Rocket Pop, all I'm getting is the off note from either the cherry or the black or the blue raspberry. It's the same off note I get from Wonder Flavors black jelly bean. So if you don't have problems with that flavor, because I know a lot of people that absolutely love that flavor, then you shouldn't have an issue with Rocket Pop. But if you do get like the bitter chemical artificial note from Wonder Flavors black jelly bean, then you might not also like that one. So just, I guess, keep that in mind. That's pretty much all I got. I did have to increase some of the percentages. I increased honeydew and the pineapple to 4%. So we'll see. I probably should write that down because I don't tend to remember these things. you're wondering what my favorite flavors from Molinberry are, I really like their chocolates. Their chocolates in general are good. Outside of the white chocolate, like most white chocolate vapes, if not all of them, is a little lacking of something. I usually have to layer white chocolates on top of each other to get them to be even remotely close to an actual white chocolate, and I still haven't nailed it. But like their glamour chocolate, the cocoa milk, both are outstanding. They actually make really good coffee flavors, which again is rare. Like most coffee vapes, I personally can't stand. I like their Pink Lady, which is a floral. It's like guava and some other flavors I can't think of on the top of my head. It's a very feminine floral flavor. It's not perfumey, but it is floral and like a little bit like fruity. It's very light. It's very unique, which is what I like because I have so many flavors, as I've said before, and to find anything unique these days, I really enjoy that. Their watermelons are also fantastic. I do get a little bit of a throat hit from their big watermelon and Boom, which is their strawberry watermelon, but it's tolerable. But if you like throat hit, I mean, that would be good for you. Or if you're not sensitive to throat hit, those are really great flavors. The Boom is one of my favorites. I can mix it by itself, just a straight up strawberry watermelon flavor. Bounty is also excellent. It's a milk chocolate with a creamy coconut center. It's similar to like a Mounds bar for us in the States. Their cheesecake is also good. The custard is also good. I really do like their apricot. I haven't tried the apricot by itself, but if it's the same apricot that's in the Tingle and Spark, it's a really nice one, and I don't get any throat hit from it because I do get throat hits from peach and watermelon flavors, most of them. And even though peach and apricot are not exactly the same, they are similar, and I don't have an issue with their apricot. Did I put notes for Pink Lady? Yeah, not really. Their banana is also good. It's the closest I found to a banana I can use alone just for a banana, because I do like, I think it's banana smoothie or banana puree from Water Flavors, but it definitely has like a softer feel to it for like something like a smoothie type situation. It's not like a standalone banana for me. So the soft banana is the closest I found to just a straight up banana. And that's pretty much all the notes I have off the top of my head. I also did like the WW waffles. Some people didn't like it. It's a hazelnut wafer with cocoa dusting on it. It is a little bit dry, but adding a cream in there will fix that real quick. It's a pretty simple, like 2-3 flavor recipe you can do with that one. That was from their latest batch. And that's pretty much it. Those are recommendations I can think of off the top of my head. Oh, and I also like their fresh mint. Their fresh mint is their only mint that I've found for me that's just straight up like herbal mint. For me, like even the Inawera mints, they come across like Listerine or like gum, that kind of like artificial mint or alcohol-based mint flavor, which is good for gums and stuff like that. But if I'm looking for something to throw into a drink, like a mojito type situation, or like trying to do like a lemonade with mint sprigs or whatever in it, I would definitely go to fresh mint because it has that nice green herbal note to it. It's a very good flavor. So yeah, those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. So yeah, if you don't have any questions, I'm going to probably get out of here. The strawberry and watermelon is Boom. BOOM exclamation point. It's a really good flavor. They also came out with one that was that, but with gum added. I didn't like the one that had the gum added into it so much. I feel like the gum kind of took away from the nice strawberry watermelon mixture. It wasn't bad by any means, but I preferred just the straight up strawberry watermelon together. I have their spearmint according to my list. I have not tried it yet. I haven't really mixed anything that I've needed a spearmint for, but if you say it's good or if you're interested in it, I'll mix it up to see, you know, how it is. So Papa likes it. But yeah, like I said, Mix and Vixens is having their peer review show in a couple hours, just under 4 hours or just over 4 hours, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The mixes we did for this month were, why did I even say that when I don't know? I'll pull it up real quick. So we had the roasted chestnut recipe, or like random nuts, then the pie, and what else do we have? The peppermint cookie and the nut roll. So those are the 4 recipes that our peers have to choose from to mix and critique. Next month should be interesting. I already know what we've picked. I'm excited about most of them. Yeah, I'm excited about most of them. Spearmint jelly lolly. I don't think we have those here, so that should be interesting. Especially lately, I've been really digging mints lately. I think it's because, I don't know, I haven't really been sick per se. I was sick the one time like a week or so ago, but I've had a lot of issues like with allergies and stuff. I think it's because our weather is just completely crazy. Like for instance, it was 60 degrees. I think it was Tuesday. It was sometime recently, and then the very next day it was like 30 and it was snowing. So whenever weather does that, like my body just hates it. And I don't know, I've just been having a lot of issues with allergies and like congestion, which you could probably tell just in my voice. So mints help with that. So I've just been really digging mints. So having another mint I would like would be nice, because right now I do a lot of the Flora peppermint, which I've come to really, really like. It's one of my, I've been meaning to do like a favorites of 2019. Let me know if you guys would still be interested in seeing that, even though we're pretty much into pretty far into 2020 already. Let me know if you guys would be interested in it. I could even just make a list so you guys can just look at it. But I would have to, research that, because preferably I'd just like to do maybe one flavor from each of the main flavoring companies. Otherwise, I don't know how I would decide. So the problem with doing like a favorites of 2019 is it's hard for me to remember what I tried for the first time in 2019 and what I had previously, because my memory is pretty crap these days. So yeah, I could do something if anyone's still interested in that, but otherwise I'm not going to, because if no one cares, then it'd be pointless. I meant to do one sooner. It just didn't happen. I think that actually was what I was going to do today, and then I ended up getting my Molinberry flavors and wanted to do those. So I think that's what happened there. Hi, Momo. Yes, I'm going to put your food down in a minute. So yeah, it doesn't look like you guys have any questions. So you can get mixture shirts and other things on vapingswag.com if you so choose. Emily or ML Nikon also has gear there, as well as Lumi. Lumi Streams has shirts there. I have at least one of them. I got the one with the little ears because I like cats. I thought that was super cute, so I got that one. Vapor Rust Vape also has shirts there. I have one of his. I don't know if he's seen me wear it yet, but I did wear it at least once on stream. I think it was on Fresh's stream. Addie Tooney has them. Fresh has them. Pretty much most of that group has a shirt. Gizzard Stew, I have at least 2 of his shirts. So yeah, check those out. Lumi Streams, she does custom stands as well as wire, like braids that you can use as wire in your RDAs. I think the best way to reach her is on either Instagram or in Discord. She is Lumi92 on Discord. Just shoot her a message or join her group, which is Funhouse. I don't know if I can send an invite. Can I do that from here? I don't know if I can since I'm not a moderator. I'm not very familiar with Discord, like the intricate details of it. One more thing. I normally don't plug or anything, but I'm going to. This is my brother's Twitch channel. He's trying to get more subscribers on it so he can unlock certain things on his channel or whatever, more viewers, etc. He games usually more of like League of Legends. I don't know if he does World of Warcraft anymore, but those types of games is what he plays. So if you like watching people play or like to have like background sounds, that's what I usually do for like things like that. I'll just put it up in the background and listen to it. So check him out. And that's about it. I hope you guys had a good weekend. And thank you for watching. Bye.